Well, we are rolling, so prepare to be disappointed.
You're really shoehorning in what you want the title of this episode.
The title of the episode to be "Prepare to be Disappointed." So I've already said it twice, and I hope that everyone can prepare to be disappointed because it's time for another episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. I'm Greg Benson.
I'm Craig Benzine. You know, maybe something will happen and we'll come up with a better title. I think we should just organically figure out the titles. I don't think we should just force a title like that.
Yeah, that's fine because there is a new Star Wars film announced. And I believe that's probably the title of this one. New Star Wars film announced.
Maybe we don't think about titles anymore.
Okay,
Let's
all
just
right.
talk. Let's just have a conversation.
Best title ever. We could call it that.
Okay, yeah, but I said let's stop thinking about the
All right,
title.
Stop Thinking About It is the name of this episode.
No.
Welcome to the Stop Thinking About It.
That wasn't a suggestion for a title. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you as a person. We're having a conversation.
Well, I'm not used to that.
Okay. All right.
I don't care for that. Whatever plan you have, I don't care for it.
That's no plan. I'm just talking.
Not a fan of that.
How you doing, Greg? What's going on in your life?
I tell you what, I am prepared to be disappointed.
Okay. I'm disappointed about what?
I don't know, but I feel like I already am.
I think that is a good Stoic philosophy.
Yeah?
Well, no, you're supposed to just prepare to just, accept everything as it happens.
Yeah. Again, we're going back to Buddhism. Didn't we talk about Buddhism on the last last episode?
This is Two Guys Talking About Buddhism.
Two Guys Talking About Buddhism. Welcome to the podcast. I hope that you enjoy it. So what's going on is I will tell you what's going on, Craig.
Yeah.
Today is your last day in Los Angeles after a lovely week-long trip.
Yeah.
Kim and I and Charlie have loved having you and China and Ada here.
We have loved being here. It's been so good and restorative, actually, because this
it?
is the first time we've been away since the pandemic, really, aside from, going to visit family or whatever.
Family doesn't count.
No, yeah.
No, I mean, because that's enough stress as it is.
Ha!
Yeah.
Whew.
I hope your family's listening to this.
Yeah.
We've had a great week. We've done a lot of walking in the neighborhood. We've done a lot of swimming every day, either in the pool or we went to the beach.
Yep.
I mean, we've eaten a lot of. We've kind of eaten all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to tell you something. We've grown so accustomed to having just your presence in the house that when you leave later this afternoon, we're just gonna miss you.
You're gonna cry a lot.
We're gonna do a lot of crying.
Yeah, just sit around and be like, I miss them.
Mm-hmm. Not like that. I mean, more manly. Do it more manly.
What's a manly? Yep, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I feel like you could be more manly than that.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm real sad.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. When you go lower, that's super manly.
Oh, I'm so sad.
That's how men cry right there.
I'm so sad. I want to bust some heads.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Okay. It took you a minute.
Yeah.
But you locked into the whole.
Forgot. You have
crying.
to go with violence.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just want to put a shiv in somebody. Oh, that's manly crying in jail.
Yeah.
Ugh, gotta put a shiv in somebody.
I want to commit a felony.
Yeah. Yeah, I love when they say that.
Yeah.
Usually felons say, hey, what do you want to do today? You want to go commit a felony?
Yeah, I love felonies.
You said finelony.
Finelony.
You started to say finelony.
You're really jumping in on that slight vocal flub of mine. You're really zeroing in there.
You made a conversation mistake, and you need to own up to it, and I feel you also need... You owe everyone an apology.
You started saying you need something, and then you changed it to...
No, listen, I didn't mess up a word.
But you were going down a different path, and then you changed.
But that's okay. We don't point out grammar errors. We're talking about conversation mistakes.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Well, a grammar error is
finelony. From now on,
okay, what do you need to do? What do you need to do, Greg?
From now on, your nickname is going to be Finelony.
Okay.
You're going to be Finelony Benzine.
You're going to be, I need to. That's going to be your nickname.
Oh, man. I hope everyone has prepared to be disappointed for today's podcast. Because we are all... By the way, I want to point out that for anyone who's not watching the video, because there is a video over at youtube.com/hey, watch these guys on video. We are both wearing Mediocre Films merchandise shirts. You're wearing the Yeshman and Kolak shirt.
Yeah, the Yesham and Colic, I love your channel,
Did
by
you
the
say
way.
Yeshim and Colic?
Yeah, I love your channel.
Wow,
by
great.
the way.
Thank you for
I'm a big fan. That's why I'm wearing the
Sure.
Yeshim and Colic shirt.
That's terrific. Yeah, okay, thanks for mispronouncing everything. And I'm wearing the only shirt that actually sold when I did merch. But both of these shirts, I love that we're wearing Mediocre Films merchandise as if we're advertising it, but none of my merchandise is available and has been for at least a year.
You can go to www.justdon'tworryaboutit.com. You can't buy this. / you can't buy this.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it.com is one of my favorite websites.
It's maybe that is a website.
A lot of times when I worry about stuff, I go to justdon'tworryaboutit.com.
I'm gonna go there right
and
now.
I feel, but yeah, go check it out. Go check it out. I bet it's going to say this domain is available.
Don't
only $3,500. I bet you anything it's going to be available.
Nope.
Oh, no. Hey, everybody, justdon'tworryaboutit.com is available. You guys can buy it for the regular price of whatever you pay for websites, and you can own that, you guys. You guys can start a new business right now. Justdon'tworryaboutit.com.
Think about it. Like, that seems like that would sell, because people worry, and then no one's there to tell them not to.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
Here, let's do an example. Like, worry about something.
All right. Oh, no, the Earth is going to explode in millions of years.
That's the silly thing to worry about.
Is it?
Yeah, because you'll be long dead.
Well, yeah, but I'm worried about it. I mean, I feel bad for all the people who will be on the Earth when millions or billions of years from now,
whenever it explodes. I like to think we will figure out space travel and space life.
No, we're going to have to go to all that trouble of figuring out space travel and space life.
That sounds like a fun challenge.
Oh, no. Okay, now what do I do? I'm worried. Now what do I do?
Maybe you should. And now that I think about it, that's a legitimate worry. You should probably keep worrying about it.
Okay, all right. So I shouldn't go visit that website?
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah.
You forgot. You were supposed to tie it. You were supposed to instruct me to go to justdon'tworryaboutit.com.
Oh.
And by the way, if justdon'tworryaboutit.com is taken, like by the time that you guys have listened to this, then listen, go for justdon'tworryaboutit.net. And don't worry about not having a .com. If you're worried about having the .net domain, then visit justdon'tworryaboutit.com, and that'll make you feel better before you go over to justdon'tworryaboutit.net.
You might want a .gov.
Yeah, just in case any of you work for the government.
.org.
Yeah.
Or .ca for those in Canada.
Canada, absolutely.
Yeah. .uk.
Yeah, for those who live in the uke. The ukulele.
That's the United Kingdom.
Yeah, .is for people who like those letters.
Yeah, .cf.
.ph. There's all sorts of dots you can do. I'm just glad we could talk about this.
Yeah.
So Craig and I were discussing that what this podcast needs is more pre-written material.
Exactly. Even though we do write a lot of this beforehand.
Yeah, well, except that we don't, but you can say that we do. But that's not the truth.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of a different podcast I'm on. It's called Scripted All the Time.
ScriptedAllTheTime.net is their website. Check that out.
And the name of the podcast is ScriptedAllTheTime.net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we've decided to do is we've decided to write a conversation so that we have something that's pre-written. Mm-hmm. People are tired of us hearing. I messed up.
Oh, people are tired of us hearing. We'll learn how to talk, Greg.
Yeah, okay.
Learn how to talk.
People are tired of hearing us just spout out words from our mouths.
Yeah, this is why we need scripts.
Yeah, because, exactly.
Yeah, we keep flubbing our words.
Yeah. So what I've done is I have written 5 lines of a conversation. Craig has also written 5 lines of a conversation. And we're just going to go back and forth, and we will have a 10-line conversation.
Yeah.
And neither of us know what the other one has written, so this is going to be new and exciting to all of us. We should probably flip a coin to see who says the first line.
Oh, I should say the first line.
Okay, you can say the first line then.
Because it does seem very like the beginning. Did you just say heads?
Heads.
We didn't flip a coin.
But it was tails then. You got it.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good pretending.
Yeah. Look, they don't know that we didn't flip a coin.
Well, the people watching the video do.
But some people are not watching the video, and they don't know.
Okay.
They also don't know what I'm doing right now.
But the people watching the video know.
They don't know.
They know that you're flipping them off. They know you're flipping.
I have a blood blister right there.
You're flipping them off.
I'm just showing them my blood blister.
Okay, now you're showing them. Yeah. Okay.
All right, ready to start our conversation?
Yep.
This is exciting.
Hey, Greg, ask me a question.
Oh, hey, punk. What's up?
So far, so good.
14.
14. How about you?
Yeah, Turns out we both have that affliction.
You know, I'm not really sure about that. I'll have to talk to my dentist.
You don't really expect me to swallow that, do you?
It was the best of times. It was the bratwurst of times.
Well, I'd prefer we don't waste any more time arguing about it.
What?
I forgive you, but I implore you, please don't do it again.
All right, so from what I gather, I tried to shove a bratwurst into your mouth. Yeah,
and I forgave you.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but that's the kind of relationship we have. You try to shove a bratwurst into my mouth, and I forgive you for it.
Yeah.
And honestly, that bratwurst was delicious.
Well, good. That's why you forgave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, and frankly, I wasn't very hungry, but I forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
But I implore you, don't do it again.
Okay.
That was great.
That was a good little story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, that worked a little better than I thought it would.
Yeah, actually it did.
Yeah, I really didn't think it would work at all, and that's why, just in case it didn't work, Craig and I prepared something else. We decided to each write a 10-line dialogue scene or conversation back and forth. He wrote one, and I wrote one, and we haven't read each other's, but we could. Do you want to do yours first or my first? I guess since you started first that time, maybe we should start with mine.
Let's flip a coin.
Okay.
Heads.
Tails. Oh, it's tails. Good.
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
All right. So I have written, this is it right here for those people who are on video. There it is. My two-sided conversation. And Craig doesn't know what he's going to be saying.
Nope.
So we will just read this, and, it will be good.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, hey, Craig.
Oh, wow. It's Greg Benson, one of the funniest and most... okay.
Just read the words.
One of the funniest and most talented people on this beautiful green planet we call Earth.
Why are you talking like that?
I can't help it. I'm just so flustered to be in your presence. In fact, your presence is a present to me.
Okay. That's cool.
Do you see what I did there? I used basically the same word, but with two entirely different meanings.
Yeah, I know what you did.
It was excellent conversation. I am making excellent conversation with you, Greg Benson, Lord of all that is holy.
Wow. I feel like you're pushing the adulation thing a little too far.
I know there's a giant block of dialogue. You are so principled and sincere. Only a genuine, benevolent master would speak with such frankness and honesty. Now, let me tell you a little about Eli Whitney, born December 8th. 1765. Eli Whitney was an American inventor, widely known for inventing the cotton gin, a mechanical device that removes the seeds from cotton, which was one of the key inventions of the Industrial Revolution that shaped the economy of the antebellum South. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah. I don't know. You're saying it. I have no idea.
Although a single cotton gin could generate up to 55 pounds of cleaned cotton daily, it did not prevent Whitney from dying of prostate cancer on January 8th, 1825.
I guess the bottom line is everybody dies.
Yeah. Yep. That's not in the dialogue, actually.
No, that's not. That was not part of the dialogue. But
yeah.
I mean, that was really good. I thought that was a terrific conversation.
Yeah.
I purposely folded the page so it would be revealed to him that he had one big last line right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
You'll find that mine is kind of similar in its
really
in its ideas.
You wrote something about Eli Whitney?
No.
We're going to talk all about Eli Whitney, inventor of the cotton gin?
No.
All right, I'm so excited.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Wait. Let's flip a coin to see if I should go next.
Oh, okay, great.
Heads.
Tails. Oh, it's tails again.
Okay.
Oh.
I guess I don't go.
I guess you don't.
Okay.
That's weird. Let's flip one more time.
Moving on.
Let's flip one more time.
Okay.
Heads.
Tails.
Now it's heads.
Ah.
God. This is frustrating. I really want to read your scene, but you keep calling the coin wrong.
You know what? Let's move on, I guess. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to give you my heads, as they say.
Oh, okay.
You get my heads.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
All right. Oh, you're starting.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Sup?
Not much. I was thinking about how Oh, man, I messed up. Shit.
Jeez. Okay, forget it. Moving on.
Can we start again?
Okay.
Heads.
Tails.
Okay. Go ahead.
And tell you what.
Yeah.
If you mess up, just reread it. We don't have to start over.
Oh, okay. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Sup?
Not much. I was thinking about how nobody ever talks about the Thigh Master anymore.
Because it was stupid, you idiot.
You know, I'm not sure. Did you know that the Thigh Master was invented in Sweden by then physical medicine intern, later doctor, Anne-Marie Benstrom Prescott as the V-bar physical therapy device? Open brackets, 9, close brackets. You didn't even bother removing the brackets from Wikipedia. It later
I wanted you to read them.
Yeah, it later received U.S. design patent number 343882S as a, quote, physical exerciser, unquote, brackets, 10 brackets. It achieved commercial success when marketed under the Thigh Master name by Joshua Reynolds, often erroneously credited as the inventor, who also made a great deal of money with his version of the mood ring.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, it's phenomenal. Reynolds is an heir to the fortune of R.J. Reynolds, founder of R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company.
Just rich people making stuff that makes them more rich.
Wait, is that your line? Do you have that memorized?
No.
You're not reading your line.
Oh, no.
You can't just make it. You can't improvise.
We're taking a break.
No, we're not. You can't improvise in the middle of a pre-written scene.
All right, let's move on. That's interesting. Tell me more, dum-dum.
Suzanne Summers used to do the commercials. Yowza, am I right?
What's the matter? Did you hurt yourself, Klutzy McGee?
No, yowza is a slang term. It's another way of saying, wow, an indication of surprise, excitement, or amazement.
Oh, so you're saying Suzanne Summers amazes you. Butt nozzle? I forgot that I wrote that. So you're saying Suzanne Summers amazes you, butt nozzle. That's interesting. Could you list her entire filmography, excluding television?
Oh, God. Sure. Bullet, 1968, uncredited. Daddy's Gone A-Hunting, 1969, uncredited. Fools, 1970, uncredited. American Graffiti, 1973.
Did you know she was in American Graffiti?
Of course I did. She's the blonde in the convertible.
I didn't remember that.
Magnum Force, 1973, uncredited. It Happened at Lakewood Manor, 1977. Billy Jack Goes to Washington, 1977. Zuma Beach, 1978. Yesterday's Hero, 1979. Nothing Personal, 1980. Totally Minnie, 1987. Serial Mom, 1994 as herself. Rusty, A Dog's Tale, 1998 voice, and Say It Isn't So, 2001 cameo. Now, wait a minute. Okay, now that's the end of the lines. That's the end of the pre-written lines.
Yeah.
You just had me list all of Suzanne's
movies,
entire filmography. Now, I happen to know that she did a movie in the 70s called Ants. It was a horror film called Ants, and I have it, and we're going to watch it on Bad Movies Live. We haven't yet, but I've already seen it. I saw it once with Kim because I bought it on VHS tape. And it's all about, it's like Jaws, but instead of sharks, it's, you'll never guess.
Like dinosaurs?
No, ants.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the title.
Oh.
Ants.
Oh, I forgot.
It's all about ants. By the way, can I just say that this whole pre-written thing that we've done, we should never, ever do that again.
No, that was great.
Was it?
I loved it.
What did you love about it? Did you love how unfunny it was?
It was hilarious, Greg.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that we both ended up doing basically the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, we
you
did.
just had me explain about the history of the Thigh Master and then listing Suzanne Summers' filmography, which is, I guess it's pretty brilliant.
It's hilarious, Greg.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, let's leave that up to the
Not
listeners.
everything has to be in your face, flashy. It's a joke time, you know. Sometimes humor is a little subtle, more subtle, you know.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Did you ever see Serial Mom?
I did see Serial Mom. I forgot about that. She played herself. You know, what's weird is I really haven't seen many of her movies. I did see American Graffiti. She's barely in that. I did see Magnum Force. She's uncredited. I don't remember her in that. And I saw Serial Mom, and that's it. I didn't. Oh, and of course, well, I saw Bullet, and then Ants. So I've seen a bunch of her movies now.
I'm disappointed that Ants isn't in there. Wikipedia lied to me.
Maybe Ants was a made-for-TV movie. That's possible.
Yeah, so it would have been in the TV section.
It's possible, but it was a film, a feature-length film.
Did you ever watch the sitcom Step by Step?
No, was she in that?
Yes.
I know that she did Three's Company and She's the Sheriff, but I don't know about Step by Step. What's that?
That was a TGIF show, and that makes sense because you don't know Perfect Strangers either, and it was on the same night, same channel.
I've never even heard of Step by Step. I've heard of Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
You know, a wise philosopher once said, nobody's perfect, not even a perfect stranger.
You've talked about this already.
And you'll never guess who that wise philosopher was?
Someone from the Carpenters?
It was Chrissy Hind, the leader of the Pretenders.
The Pretenders, that's it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that already.
I know we did.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it more?
A little bit. You ever seen the TV show Benson?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
Well, what was the name of this episode?
Oh, it's Prepare to be Disappointed.
You know what? You were disappointed with that bit.
I was.
Yeah.
And luckily, I'd prepared myself.
Yeah,
so
good.
turns out that's a really good title for this episode.
So is the lesson here we should never plan, we should never write anything?
I think that's the lesson. I mean, it just turns out lousy.
I thought it was great.
No, of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're a guest in this house. You have to say that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I've been that total. Have I really been that polite as a guest? In this house?
These are guest rules. You have to be polite in the house.
I
clean up after yourself.
I've been a total asshole this whole time.
What, you have?
Yeah.
Man.
Haven't I?
I mean, I don't recall, but I mean, I'll believe you if you think you have.
You're supposed to say, "Of course not, Craig."
Of course you haven't, and that brings us to the Patreon only section called Bonus Talking, which starts right now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
Yeah. And that is the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. I gotta say, we've done some good Patreon-only bonus sections before. That may have been the best one.
That may have been the worst one.
Oh, the worst one?
Yeah.
No, you're right. It was the worst one. Whatever you do, guys, if you have not yet, if you're on Patreon but you've not yet listened to that section, don't go back and listen to that one. It will make you hate your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll just give that effect to everyone.
Yeah.
They'll all hate their lives.
Listen, Greg, I'm flying in a plane.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah. Not right now. You mean later, not now.
Nope.
Okay.
So podcast listeners, we were looking around the room.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious.
You're flying in a plane later.
Yeah. Got any tips?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't volunteer to be the pilot. If they need a pilot, like if the pilot and the co-pilot pass away and they need a pilot and no one else is volunteering, then you can, but don't just go up and barge in to the cockpit and go like, "Hey, you guys want me to fly the plane?" Because you're not properly trained.
So wait to see if someone else is properly trained.
Wait to see if someone else is properly trained first.
Yeah, but what if someone says they're properly trained, but I look at them and I'm like, there's no way this person is properly trained.
Well, then you can volunteer to be the co-pilot, obviously. I mean, think it through.
Okay.
All right. Another thing is, if you see someone who's not wearing a mask, but you're wearing a mask, it's proper etiquette to take off your mask and put it on their face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then I won't be wearing a mask.
Well, yeah, but that way the other person is protected and is not like spreading germs to you.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing a mask, so I will be spreading germs to others, and I will be getting more germs.
Okay, what I'm hearing here is a lot of excuses. I hear you. All I can hear is
observations.
Observations. I hear you making excuses for not wanting to do the right thing.
No,
and to put your mask on someone else's face.
Not excuses. Those are. It's just observations about how I would be
right.
putting myself in danger, and
right.
I feel like the person who's not wearing a mask probably wouldn't appreciate me putting a mask on them.
Okay, all right, I understand. And then the other thing is when the stewardess, and they do like to be called stewardess, when the stewardess comes around,
do they?
And they say hi, and they say hi, I'm the stewardess, and you say hello, stewardess.
What if the stewardess is a man?
Then they're a Mr. Stewardess.
Okay,
all right. That's what they prefer to be called.
All right.
There's a stewardess and there's Mr. Stewardess.
All right.
So if Mr. Stewardess or stewardess comes around and says, would you like the chicken, the fish, or the seafood? Never get the seafood.
Okay.
Yeah, because their chef specializes in chicken and fish.
Their chef does?
Yeah, their chef does.
Who's chef?
The airline's chef.
And Wait, is there one chef for all airplanes?
No, just the one that you're on.
How do you know this?
You're giving me a hard time. I'm trying to give you tips, and all I hear is just what
Observations?
Yeah. That's all I hear are observations
about what we're
having. Yeah, about things.
One half of a conversation that we're having.
You're observing things, and I'm sick of it.
All right. Okay. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
Never get the seafood.
All right.
Because usually the sauces are disappointing.
The sauces.
Yes. Yeah, they come with the seafood.
But the seafood itself is good?
The seafood is cooked beautifully.
Yeah.
And it's an excellent piece of fish.
Okay.
But the sauces can be disappointing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fine. I feel like I could just eat it without the sauce.
Well, no, the sauce comes on it. You'd have to try to scrape it off, and then it doesn't all scrape off, and then you got to use your napkin. But then your napkin's all soaked in sauce. And then what if you need to wipe your face? You're just going to get a face full of sauce.
I feel like I wouldn't wipe my face with that napkin.
Well, that's the only napkin you have, though, and you don't even think about it. It's like, I need to wipe my face.
Maybe
you reach for the napkin, then before you know it, you're smearing fish sauce all over your face. Nobody wants a guy with fish sauce all over his face on an airplane.
What kind of a psychopath would grab a napkin that's soaked in sauce and wipe it on their face?
Fish sauce, no less. Fish sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of a psychopath you are. I don't know much about you, Craig. We're friends, but does anyone really know anyone?
Some people know some people more than others.
Do you realize that you and I met over a decade ago? You and I first met over a decade ago. Yeah.
We're so old.
We have been best friends for over a decade. Well,
best friends is strong. I mean,
no, I know it is. That's why I say it. I don't say it to everybody.
You're a really good friend.
Yeah,
Greg.
Best friends. Absolutely, we're best friends.
You live on the other side of the country.
I know, and that's what another thing that helps us be best friends is that we're so committed to the relationship.
We didn't. Before we started this podcast, we didn't even talk very much.
Yeah, I know, and that's why we rectified it with this, because we're like, best friends should talk more.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like you have a different idea of our relationship, and you've had one for the past 10 years.
Well, I forgive you.
Do you have other friends, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Best friends
that you see more often than me.
Yeah, they're my best friends.
So all of your friends are your best friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no reason to have friends if they're not going to be your best friends.
I mean, I was starting to feel a little
special.
Special and flattered that I was your best friend, but now I feel like it's meaningless.
Yeah, that's correct. It's meaningless. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That is right.
Great.
Yeah.
You're one of my best friends.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is genuine. Because, I mean, Greg, I don't say that to everybody. Not all of my friends are my favorite, are my best friends.
Oh, man.
Some of my friends, I hate them.
Yeah. I hate a lot of your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate most of your friends.
You don't know. I don't think you know them.
I know, but I just have a feeling I'd hate them.
You probably wouldn't like a lot of them.
It's mostly out of jealousy.
Okay.
Also, they drink too much beer. They always smell skunky.
You might not be wrong.
They smell skunky.
Some of them.
They have beer breath.
I mean, they brush their teeth. I think they have basic dental hygiene.
Yeah, but they don't brush their teeth while they're drinking beer. You know why? Laziness.
Well, no, I feel like it just wouldn't taste good. Toothpaste and beer does not go well together.
Now, that is the excuse that lazy people make.
No, I think just people with discerning taste.
So what I've just established is if you are not brushing your teeth while you're drinking a beer, it just means you're downright lazy.
I guess so. I've never brushed my teeth while drinking a beer.
Lazy.
You don't drink beer, do you?
I do not drink beer. You know why? It makes the toothpaste taste weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I understand why you don't like beer.
Yeah, it does not go.
How often do you brush your teeth?
Constantly.
Really?
Yeah. There's never a time when I'm not brushing my teeth.
You're not brushing your teeth right now.
Well, that's because we're doing a podcast. This is the one and only exception.
I mean, I've been here all week and I haven't even seen you brush your teeth.
It's because I'm stealthy.
Okay.
I'm a stealthy toothbrusher.
Okay. Well.
Which, by the way, is the name of this episode: Stealthy Toothbrushing.
Okay. So
101.
I like that title better.
You like it better than Prepare to Be Disappointed? Too bad.
Yeah.
Prepare to Be Disappointed is the name of this episode.
I think you came up with a better one just now. Because you came up with it organically.
And listen, I know we don't want to get all like touchy-feely on this and all this stuff, but I do want to point out, since you had said that I'm one of your best friends, the feeling is mutual, and I want you to know that I love you, Craig. And now let's stop with the touchy-feely stuff.
Okay.
But I do love you.
Okay.
Not in a sexy way.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean...
Don't continue.
Okay.
Don't continue talking.
You knew where I was going.
Yes.
You knew what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm from the don't continue school.
I love when I make you slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've ever embarrassed you on this show, but I do feel like pretty much in every episode there's a point where I make you slightly uncomfortable.
Well, and I hope that's entertaining. Because
Yeah, it is. I think people like to see or hear other entertainers suffer, which is why like people used to buy me Malort shots, and I would drink Malort on my live streams until I finally went through 2 bottles of it, and I said, "Please don't send me any more Malort."
what is that? Why do they want people to suffer? I don't get it.
Because it's funny. It's funny to see people like
Wouldn't
when you know that no one's seriously hurt. But that they are suffering by eating something either like incredibly spicy or very unpleasant. It's just funny.
I never found it funny because I'm a really good person.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, I feel like that was a dig at me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Greg,
All right.
you've
you've done a lot of pranks.
hang on. I'm still unpacking that last thing.
Okay.
I'm still unpacking that.
All right.
I got to see how I feel about it. Oh, I feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel just fine.
Okay. You've done a lot of pranks.
I have done a lot of
like
pranks.
to make people uncomfortable and stuff.
Well, not exactly. I mean, I feel like most of the pranks that I do.
Your microphone just moved.
I know, it's possessed.
Someone's playing a prank.
You just got pranked by Greg Benson's microphone. No, I feel like most of the pranks that I have done are either positive pranks that make someone's day better, or they are pranks on myself, on me, and the other pranksters that I'm working with. Like my buddy Ryan and I would like go and do these shopping list pranks at Target, and we would interact with Target employees, and we would ask for all these crazy things off of lists that we had written for each other, and we had no idea what we were going to ask. Kind of similar to us reading these conversations on this piece of paper right here.
Yep.
That we had not read first. And, because then you've got that element of surprise, and then you have to justify what it is that you've just said.
Wait, I wasn't sure if you were holding paper. Can you?
Oh, yeah, let me just do the...
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, no!
Oh no, Greg!
Oh! Now I can't sell this conversation on eBay.
I was gonna take it home.
Oh.
Frame it.
You can still take it home, tape it together, and frame it.
Absolutely not.
Take this, tape it all together. It'll take you probably 20 minutes just to tape this together. Frame it, send me a picture.
Do you remember that episode of Breaking Bad, early episode where he has a guy in the basement and some broken shards of glass happened?
Okay.
And he swept them up and he put them in the garbage, and then he went upstairs and then he grabbed all the shards and pieced them together because he suspected something. And then one shard was missing, and the guy that he had tied down in the basement had it. Do you remember that?
No. I've seen that show.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was like the 3rd episode or the 2nd episode.
It was a long time ago.
It was a really good part. That's my point.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that sidetrack. It was fun just to go off on that little tangent.
People
that you
like
just had.
people like television.
Oh, absolutely. I like television too. Last night we watched and now you'll be able to tell when we recorded this. Right now it is Tuesday, August 16, and last night we watched the final episode of Better Call Saul. And there will not be any spoilers, don't worry guys.
Nope.
But we enjoyed it. And I feel like they did a really good job.
I thought it was fantastic. I love that show.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite shows. I used to tell people it was one of my favorite, or I told them it was my favorite show currently making new episodes. Now I can't say that.
So here's the deal. Now that we have seen all of Breaking Bad and all of Better Call Saul, which show do you think is the better show?
Breaking Bad.
I would agree. Because a lot of people said, like, I don't know, Better Call Saul might be a better show. And it is excellent.
Yeah.
But Breaking Bad's a better show.
Breaking Bad's a better show, but Better Call Saul is right behind.
It's really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
El Camino, did you see that?
I did see El Camino.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was
Greg,
good.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Our opinions are different. Get out of here. Okay. El Camino was fantastic. It was basically chronicling what Jesse Pinkman does after Breaking Bad, and I highly recommend it. And so anyway, Lettuce. Let's talk about Lettuce. I think Lettuce is okay. It's not even... Greg, you're looking at the camera.
Huh?
Hey.
Oh, I left the room, but then I didn't leave the room.
Oh, why didn't you leave?
What? Because I'm part of this podcast, and I just want to continue to be part of it.
Well, okay, you have to answer me a question.
Okay. False.
You're
Is it
right.
a true or false question?
It was going to be false.
okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
you're right.
Whew.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm glad to be back. I missed being part of it. You know, I when we do a podcast together, I like to be a part of it.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
I do enjoy being involved.
Okay.
Do you like to be involved in things? Like funeral arrangements or whatever?
That sounds terrible.
Oh, come on. You've never arranged a funeral?
I've never arranged a funeral.
You should volunteer. If anybody who's listening has someone who's died, Craig will arrange your funeral for you. Just
I won't.
write him at wheezywaiter@yahoo.net.
You do not want to do that.
Huh?
You do not. I will not. First of all, I won't do a good job.
No, look, Craig, these people are in need. They have lost a loved one.
I mean, I'm very sorry for your loss.
You're not gonna help them. They have a lot of work to do, and you're not gonna even help them a little bit.
Are you going to help him?
No, it's your deal. You're volunteering to help them right now.
What do you mean it's my deal?
Why don't you just help them arrange their funeral?
Greg, I can do the same thing to you. Hey, everybody. Greg has just volunteered to help anyone who needs funeral arrangements. We're very sorry for your loss. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But Greg's right here to help you through.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a bridge, and we're gonna get some day workers from outside the Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna cost about $80. They're gonna carry the body, throw it off the bridge. The end.
Well, I guess if that's
what we're doing.
I guess you know how to arrange a funeral.
I want to make it memorable.
Have you done this before?
Yeah. Every time someone's died in my family, that's what we do.
No, okay.
Okay, that's not true. But when I was in college, a friend of mine, my friend Chris, and I did go to a grocery store late one night, and we bought a watermelon just so we could bring it over to a bridge.
Yeah.
In Austin.
Yeah.
You know, over that big river, whatever that was called.
What is it? The Ohio?
Yeah,
No,
maybe
Colorado
River. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's in Texas. I don't know why Colorado River would be in Texas.
You know, rivers. You know, they're long. They go.
I know, but shouldn't they change the name?
I think probably part of it was in Colorado.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, once it goes from Colorado to another state, shouldn't they change the name to now it's the Wyoming River?
There are multiple rivers in each state too.
Yeah.
So would every river in Texas be called the Texas River?
The Texas River, absolutely. Just keep it simple. Of course you want to do that.
No, that's not simple, because then you wouldn't know which river you're referring to.
No. Like if someone says, hey, you want to go meet me over the Texas River? And you go, sure. And then you just meet them there.
But if every river is called the Texas River, then you don't know which river they're talking about.
Well, then why don't you ask them? Why don't you ask them which one they're talking about? I just don't understand why it's a big deal to you.
Okay, so if you ask them which one they're talking about, how do they identify that one? What do they say?
They go, it's that one. They pull out their map. They unfold the map in the back pocket. You open it. Open it, unfold it. You're like, this one right here, and you're like, oh yeah, that one.
Okay.
The one that intersects with the Texas River.
So paper map.
Yeah. You pull out your paper
like
map.
It would have been easier to grab your phone and drop a pin and then send that.
Not if we're talking about 1977.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
I mean, it might, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what year this is supposed to be.
Well, I assume we're talking about current time.
Okay. All right. Well, when you make assumptions, you make an ass out of yourself and myself.
I think when you don't specify when, you should just assume now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's disagree to agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best way to go.
Wait, I don't know how do you disagree to agree?
Well, just you figure it out. So anyway,
Okay.
guys. So yes, if anyone loses a family member, I will help you get some day workers from Home Depot, and you will be able to carry that body to a bridge, throw it off into the Texas River, and just be done with it. You know why? Because all that other funeral arranging stuff, expensive.
Yeah, but if they have to go to the Texas River, that would be pretty expensive.
Well, I mean, you just get a flight for one. I mean, you don't even have to be there.
Oh,
What you do
well,
is
the body has to be
you
there.
buy a ticket.
Yeah.
You buy a ticket. You put it on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And you ask the airline to wheel it to its seat. They're like, oh,
Do you dress it up like Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, my great uncle he's very drunk. He's
Yeah.
gonna need help getting to his seat.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and he's really cold too. I'm like, yeah, he always runs cold.
And he smells.
Yeah. Smells horrible.
Yeah.
And also he's dead. I'm like, yeah, he's dead tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, then they put the body in the seat.
Oh,
and then let's get
then that pun, the dead
Yeah.
tired, that works.
Yeah.
That's
And they'll be like, all right. They'll be like, all right, punster.
Yeah.
And then they'd put the body in the plane.
Yeah.
The day workers pick it up, take it to the river, throw it in. Boom, you're done. I'm just trying to say it like, let's keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple.
Okay, but
Put a body on a plane, fly to Texas, throw it in the river.
Why not? I mean, if we're really going to do this, why not go to where they are? And,
that's better. That's a better idea.
Find a river.
That's much more simple. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
We also shouldn't do that either.
Look, there's nothing illegal about throwing a dead body into a river.
I think that is very illegal.
I don't think so. Show me the book. The book with the legal code that says that's illegal. Do you have the book on you?
I don't have it on me.
Well, then you can't prove it, and so
I can. You just have to give me a little time.
Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I don't even want to do that to if I die during this podcast. If you and I are doing a podcast together like today, and I die, please cremate me.
Okay.
And spread my ashes all over Jennifer Aniston because I think she's terrific.
So, well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I were to do this, I probably couldn't get all the ashes on Jennifer Aniston. I could probably I could find her at some sort of function and maybe throw the ashes, but they're going to land where they land.
Don't throw. I just want to be gently sprinkled. I want for her to lay down. I want for her to put on a bikini. I want her to lay down somewhere like in someone's backyard.
Yeah.
You know.
It has to be in someone's backyard.
Yeah, just a random.
That makes it more difficult.
Well, I wanted to have privacy. You do this out in public, like if you're like on Sunset Boulevard or something in front of a restaurant, people are going to gather around and be like, "Oh, Jennifer Aniston, she's about to have some ashes sprinkled all over her body."
It'd be weird if she was like in her bathing suit laying down on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah.
Because LA gets very hot in the summertime.
Yeah,
and she could burn her skin. On the sidewalk.
Also, it's a very busy neighborhood.
People are walking around.
Yeah.
You don't want for strangers to step on Jennifer Aniston while she's getting ashed.
Here's the thing: if this is going to happen, it's going to be involuntary on her part.
Okay.
It's gonna.
I would prefer. It's gonna. I tell you what. I'm gonna put it in my will that I want for it to be voluntary.
Well, it won't. That just isn't going to happen.
I want it to be voluntary because I don't want to surprise her. I want her to know it's coming. I want her to be able to choose the bikini, and I just think it's great because
you might need to make those arrangements now.
She was terrific on Friends, so I can't think of anyone I would rather be scattered on than her. Like people are always like, who do you want to be scattered on? And I'm like, I can't think of anyone.
That is not a question anyone asks, but I mean it would be possible, if you got near and you threw some, But you're not going to be able to get all of it, especially gently, because if I were to gently do it, she would definitely get up and go away. And,
all right, let me ask you this. Who do you want your ashes to be scattered on?
No one.
What?
Yeah, no one.
You don't? Oh, come on. There's so many good choices
Nobody
out
wants their ashes on other people. That's just not a thing.
What? Well, now you're being ridiculous.
Oh.
There are so many great celebrities that you can pick any living celebrity.
Yeah. I really don't care.
You don't care which celebrity? It could be anybody.
Well, honestly, yeah, I don't care.
Could be like Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
If I'm, that's it. That's who I want.
All right.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
So you're,
yeah.
You know what's weird is that I haven't maybe for 15 years I haven't even thought about Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
And just now that is the name that popped into my head.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that I just happened to pick the celebrity that you would want your ashes scattered on.
That is pretty amazing. Like I didn't even know that I wanted my ashes on. I didn't even know if I wanted to be cremated, and I definitely didn't think I wanted my ashes on anyone. But now that you mention it, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Sounds like a good choice.
You know, the weird thing, though, is I don't know, and I think most people don't know what Jonathan Taylor Thomas looks like anymore.
Yeah.
Because he was famous when he was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So, or much younger. And so now he probably looks pretty different. I mean, he may have long hair and a beard.
Should I look him up?
Yeah, look him up.
For this podcast?
Yeah, look him up right now. See what he looks like. See what he's doing.
So for this audio podcast?
Yeah. Got to look him up. It's very important. And because if you're going to be scattered on the guy, you want to be able to identify him.
Yeah.
I certainly do. We'll see if we can find a current picture. This is very exciting, you guys. Wait a minute. Does he have a beard? I predicted he had a beard, and he has a beard.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not a beard. That's a mask.
Oh, it's a mask. Oh, he's got a mask. He's one of those chin maskers. He's put a mask under his chin, and it looked like a beard.
It's from 2013.
20. I like the one with the mask because it's a little more common, a little more current. He's gained some weight. I gotta tell you,
I'm not sure that that's even real.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. As long as you sprinkle your ashes on someone who looks like Jonathan Taylor Thomas, it's close enough.
And he's got like a...
It doesn't have to be the real Jonathan
He's got like a thumb drive in his mouth.
What? Why does he have a thumb drive
No,
in
I
his
think
mouth?
that's probably a vape thing. I don't know.
Let's say it's a thumb drive.
Okay.
All right, so if you're watching the video now, you can see that's what Jonathan Taylor Thomas looks like with a thumb drive in his mouth and his chin mask beard.
Yeah.
Chin mask beard, by the way, is the name of this podcast. Hope you're enjoying the chin mask beard episode.
Yes, I think that's a great name for this podcast.
Well, prepare to be disappointed when you see the actual name. All right, and now we've been doing this podcast for 47 minutes, and it's that sad time when I realized that the podcast is winding down, and that we're going to have to do what we always do at the end of the podcast, singing our goodbye song to our lovely listeners at home. Here we go. Thank you for listening and goodbye to you.
We had a good time together, and now we must
wear
leather
and
go to
bed, and then we will sleep tight. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. Once again, my name is Greg.
I'm talking about lettuce.
Benson.
Lettuce. My name is Greg Benzine.
Have a great night, everybody. Sleep well, and don't let the leeches fester.
And don't spread ashes on anyone.
Except Jennifer. Good night, everybody.
Nope. Good night. Nope.
Yes.
Do not do that.
Yeah.
Nope.